Hi, I'm Eric Lohman from ByteJams, a Dutch cybersecurity startup. In July 2024, a major cybersecurity company released a faulty update that caused widespread system outages across the globe.
But we begin with that massive Microsoft technology outage. Cybersecurity firm CrowdStrike says it identified a critical problem in its software and is working to fix the issue. Around the world, computer users were greeted with an error screen that some people have referred to as the Windows blue screen of death. The outage affected government entities and news organizations, as well as almost every industry across the globe, including banks, airports, healthcare providers, and retailers. According to FlightAware.com, an online flight tracking website, more than 27,000 flights were delayed globally.
In response to this crisis, caused by a security vendor's unvalidated kernel update, Microsoft announced a new platform as part of their Windows Resiliency initiative. This platform will provide new APIs and capabilities, letting security vendors protect customers through user mode apps instead of requiring kernel access. Let's look at the announcement of this new platform.
We are working on new Windows capabilities to enable security product developers to build their products outside of kernel mode. We call this our Windows Resilient Security Platform. This is a flexible security API set and data collection points that can be used to build endpoint security products like detection and response or antivirus outside of the kernel. This means security products like antivirus or EDR solutions can run in user mode just like an app does. And we're ensuring this platform will enable security solution providers to have the access they need to detect and respond to threats without introducing complexity into the kernel. This change will help end-user protection and antivirus products provide a high level of security and easier recovery. And most importantly, there will be less impact to Windows in the event of a crash or a mistake. We plan to have a private preview to share with our security product ecosystem in July of 2025.
Microsoft will provide early access to this platform in July 2025, encouraging security vendors to explore user mode solutions. At ByteJams, we bring decades of experience in developing and delivering security technology that today actively protects tens of millions of computers worldwide. Our technology uses innovative algorithms to proactively block ransomware, exploits and implants in real time, detecting suspicious behavior without signatures, while providing customers with rich telemetry. Today, like most security solutions, our Ranger product leverages kernel capabilities. However, this video is about Ranger adapting to industry demands, delivering the same protection, but now running as an app in user mode, engineered for the future resilient security platform. The demo you will see shortly will show a technical preview of our ransomware protection feature, running as an app in user mode, actively protecting documents against a ransomware attack. For over a decade, ransomware has remained a major threat, whereby cybercriminals target critical files stored on servers that are essential to business operations. Microsoft's latest digital defense report, page 27, shows that over 90% of successful ransomware attacks originate from unmanaged or underprotected machines. Even with their best security efforts, organizations can't maintain perfect protection across all their computers, especially when they're under attack. Most ransomware attacks spread through an entire network. The dangerous part, just one infected machine can take down all your protected servers. Here's why. The ransomware not only runs locally, but also remotely on those unmanaged or underprotected machines. Remote ransomware is invisible to local threat protection. The local server only sees normal files going out and encrypted files coming back. There's no malware, memory artifacts, or suspicious processes for local threat protection to detect. This blind spot is why ransomware keeps winning against businesses and most security products. One machine compromised and the entire network is at risk. Let's show this scenario using a 2023 LockBit sample demonstrating how ransomware on one computer encrypts shared files stored on another. Here you see the two computers. The workstation computer on the left came under control of an adversary, and as you will see, it has access to a folder that is shared by the server computer on the right. Deleting a file from a folder on the left immediately affects the folder on the right, confirming that both systems are viewing the contents of the same folder. Did you notice the toast message at the bottom of the left computer? It indicates that the adversary has disabled endpoint protection, leaving the system in an unmanaged state. We are now starting Ranger to defend the computer on the right. This technical preview is a single console app that runs solely in user mode. No installation needed and no kernel drivers involved. It just needs enough privileges so that it can monitor the file system and can restore the documents that will come under attack in a moment. Now the left computer is executing the Lockbit ransomware sample and starts encrypting the documents on the available drives, including network map drives. You can see this unfolding in real time at the computer displayed on the right. Ranger detects the mass file encryption through its patent-pending algorithm and immediately jumps into action. The remediation begins by containing the threat and instructs the firewall to block the violating endpoint. Ranger then restores the affected files from its backup, and once complete, it generates reports detailing what happened and the actions taken, all in just a few seconds and without human intervention. Now let's have a look at the console output. You can see that Ranger blocked the IP address of the computer on the left and disconnected all its existing SMB connections that were being used to encrypt the shared folder. Next you see that Ranger wrote a report of the remediation activity using its OCSF reporting module. OCSF stands for Open Cybersecurity Schema Framework and is a widely adopted open source initiative that standardizes cybersecurity data formats. It improves interoperability, simplifies integration, and enhances threat analysis and response. Let's have a look at the contents of this remediation document. You can see the category remediation and the activity isolate. The connection info that Ranger wrote lists the isolated IP address, boundary, and direction. Next, have a look at the actual ransomware detection event. Here you see that Ranger listed the MITRE tactic and technique corresponding with ransomware. Here you see the evidence that triggered the ransomware detection. You see the offending endpoint and the affected files. And here you see the title of the event so that it can be nicely listed on the dashboard of a security operating center. And finally, let's have a look at the shared documents. They are restored to their original state and remain accessible to other computers on the network, just no longer accessible to the computer on the left. This wraps up the demo in this video. While Microsoft is actively developing a new platform that enables security solutions to run as an app in user mode, Ranger demonstrates it already delivers strong, reliable protection against prevalent and impactful threats like remote ransomware. By leveraging existing Windows platform technologies and patent-pending algorithms, ByteJams gives customers the freedom to choose to run the defenses from either kernel or user mode, ready and engineered for the Windows Resilient Security Platform.